Play at second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second and 9 now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Go! Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That's good for 28 yards. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run it here. This is James White. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
80 weapon. Smooth. Check 55. Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Off play action. Clifford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Delta.
Right there, 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? different looks, different discussion.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Swift, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
I'm going back to you.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford steps away to his left. It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Hey, defense, let's go. Leo. Check 25. Hey, watch it.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Squeeze.
They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Hey, lock it.
They'll try and run it in with White. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Spine. No. Check 3.
On first down, Swift. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hard, hard. Kill. No. Ready?
Right back to him on first down. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. 55,
operating from the gun, Clifford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And to give this time to the tailback. Yeah, not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. Let's go! At the 37-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 36, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That's how you score.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've got nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wentz now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You got nothing. Mike's 42. Mike's
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Clifford going deep for Diggs. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Cut! Switch!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Hey, Sam off. Step it up. Watch the eyes. Get it.
On the draw, here's White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back to throw. Clifford. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a play fake. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the ball comes loose, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is
and it's a fake here on 4th and inches, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. 82. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Switch out.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Got it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Clifford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. They got his man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Let's go, defense. Out time. Switch.
61. Match box lights. Undercrush. 5.
On 2nd down, it's White. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking to throw. Clifford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. It finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Wentz now on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Ready? 60 or.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Shoot!
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Go!
Lucky. Watch safety creep.
Get it!
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Clifford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense.
On play action, Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. 25 yards that time.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd, and Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. The extra point up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Makes the score Vikings 27, Eagles 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Squeeze.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Clifford. And he's able to find Diggs. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, lock it. Check the out. X3, 218, chop it. Check 99. Check that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 40 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, And no good. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
First down, here's White. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
On the ready.
He's checking. Crash. Check the hot read.
Go.
On second down now, Swift. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're out. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
55. I got one. Kill. Check safety.
Hey, stand off.
On second down, Swift. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, Swift. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and really it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control.